Well, so far for North Dakota, the yield is insane.
Gosh, my window is so dirty. I mean, look at this. You'll see how dirty that is?
It says existing coverage map. It's asking me to resume work from 9/2/24.
But you can't resume because it's going to put everything Hayden cut in there last year. You have to do new work.
We're having some technical difficulties this morning. We share coverage maps with each other, so we have to join the same field as everyone, and I think Dad's is messing up. I think it's trying to resume work from last year rather than starting a new year. But anyways, guys, welcome to day one of North Dakota wheat harvest. We just took the headers to the field. Now we're going to take the combines, and it might be a little later start than normal. It was a really heavy dew, and I think it was sprinkling this morning, so.
Jeff is currently broke down, and the boys are helping him, so me and Shanna are gonna go try and get some acres cut. All the other combines are already cutting, they just started, so we don't want to get behind. It's the first field of North Dakota. I'm excited. I'm a little intimidated by all the hills. I'm a little nervous about jumping into the bag because I don't know what they call it, the thing attached to the tractor that, you know, puts it in, whatever. It's a little lower to the ground than like a truck, jumping into a truck. So that'll be something new. I think Cody's gonna hop in here with me, just to kind of help me out. Which it does help that my spout is very fancy and it adjusts left, right, up and down. So that'll make it a little bit easier.
Well, it's been probably 30 to 45 minutes. We actually had to slap a line on Dad's header, so we got that put on, and all the combines are fired up and rolling right now. I guess the moisture's all right, so we're gonna go file in line and start cutting for the day. There is currently 7 combines and 3 grain carts running in this one field, which this one field is 1,000 acres. So everyone can kind of go their own way, I guess. So the farmers' combines normally stay together, and then, you know, Mom, Dad, and I, we all stay together. The spacing on the headers also kind of mess everything up, since they got 45 foot and then we have 40 foot. So we can't lay it off like normal. Anyways, we're gonna get started for the day.
Just wait for me at the end, Tessa, and I'm going to get us a hole and we'll cut inside.
Now that their grain carts over here, you need to pay attention to their combines.
Okay.
So they'll usually just pick us up and go because they'll hold about 3 more.
Okay.
Well, so far for North Dakota, the yield is insane. We're averaging 74 right now because we're on the outside. You know, was reading, you know, well, 70s. But in the middles right here is just constantly above 90. I mean, for a field this large and this scale to hold up 90 all the way through, I think it's like a mile from one end to the other. It's actually pretty impressive. The wheat is also lodged, as you can see. It's leaned over that way, so it's kind of making for some tough cutting conditions. We're having to peel the ground to get it all up. But a good rule of thumb is sorry wheat does not fall to the ground. So you know it's pretty good yielding whenever it's lodged like this. See, and then it starts standing up, so this will yield just a little bit less, but it is on top of the hill, so normally the tops of the hills yield less than at the bottoms. One good thing about cutting here is that the farmer that we cut for is not afraid of moisture. So the moisture is about 15, it was about 16 whenever we started, and we're gonna dump it into a bag until it gets a little bit drier. When it gets down into, like, I believe he said the 14s or something like that, whenever it gets down to there, then we're gonna start loading trucks and they're gonna take it to the bin. But if the trucks aren't gonna keep up, then we can always just dump into the bag. So that's one of the good things about here is you'll never have to wait on trucks or the bag, I guess. Unless they're switching out the bag or the trucks aren't here at the exact same time, then you gotta wait, but that rarely happens. But it's so cool seeing other people harvest. This is why it's one of my favorite places. I'm not saying harvesting next to mom and dad is boring all summer long, but it is kind of just a change of pace, you know, seeing other people's grain carts and equipment running. I don't know, it just gets kind of exciting.
I will say, these fields, or at least this field, so much smoother. Look at me, I'm barely moving. Oh, and thank God, because this morning I went inside to, okay, so it kind of rained a little bit or something. It was pretty wet outside, and our stairs to the camper are metal, okay? And I was trying to hurry because we were about to leave, and I wanted to get the dogs a treat. So I'm coming down these stairs, and I slipped. I mean, like cartoons of like feet up in the air and just like I hit every single step. I'm so grateful that this field is not rough because I don't think I'd be able to handle it. My back, my shoulder blade, my elbow, my tailbone. Oh my gosh, it's bruised. I can feel it. I mean, I can just, oh man. And if this field was rough, I'd cry. There's no way. Just thought y'all should know that information about this morning. It was just a great start to the day. It just really made my day so much better. He was sound asleep, and then I opened my lunchbox and look at him. You can't have what I got right here. I have a Go-Go squeeze. It's really good. I don't know if you can see that. You can't have nothing.
Well, we have about 30 minutes left before the sun goes down, and since we're going to be getting off early, we're just going to go ahead and go to the grocery store, get that knocked out. It's actually kind of cool since we're up on this hill. But all of this wheat back up in here, not far off on that big hill over there, but to those tree rows right there, all the way over there, that's what we're going to be cutting tomorrow. I think it's just that one block right there. I think there's like 200 or so in that one. So we're going to work on that. It might be a little shorter video tomorrow, but at least it's not that far of a drive since we're sitting here looking at it though.
So, everyone's jumping on me and we're calling it a night because we have to be out of the field like right now, basically sunset. So I think once we leave here, since we have so much spare time, we're gonna go to the grocery store, which is much needed.